John has a lot of cash in hand. He doesn't know what to do with it. He hears from a friend that he's kept his money 100% safe in an online fashion in which he could transfer money from one computer to another computer anytime he wants. John is very intrigued by what is this system all about. He decides to investigate further and finds out this is done through cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. In comes his friend Stephen. He knows a lot about Ethereum, a cryptocurrency which uses blockchain, a revolutionary technology which uses distributed ledger system in which many people are involved and keep those transactions safe and transparent. Ethereum also uses something called a smart contract, which is a contract between two people and the code is the law in this contract. It also is an example of a DAO system, a decentralized autonomous organization in which many people are connected to each. John goes ahead and invests his money in Ethereum. He finds that the value of Ether is rising day by day and he's very happy. But all of a sudden, he hears a news that Ethereum is hacked and the value of Ether is falling day by day, and he is perplexed by what to do now. John requires information about the hack. He goes ahead and finds that the hacker has introduced a computer code inside the parent DAO, and this is sucking out money to the child DAO. He's also introduced what is called a recursive split, in which the Ether tokens are split continuously into smaller and smaller currencies and stored in the child DAO. This is a very smart and intelligent work done by the hacker, and John thinks how Ether could be so irresponsible. John also finds that the hacker has not split the money in the main DAO, and he has repeated this action around 250 times so that the currency is brought to the child DAO without splitting. This is another very important tactical move done with the hacker. John also feels that money is being stolen from Ethereum right under his nose. He feels that the thief has the keys to his lock. After the hack, the development team of Ethereum take responsibility and they bring about a solution. They propose that they will hack the hacker, thereby withdrawing the money from the child DAO and giving it back to the main DAO, and thus returning the money to the investors. But John finds this absurd, but he says it's okay as long as he gets his money. At first, Ethereum proposes what is called as a soft fork, in which valid blocks in the blockchain are considered invalid, thus by making the money come back to the main DAO. But introducing this code will further open a can of worms for Ethereum and make them vulnerable to a lot of different attacks. So this proposal is rejected by the majority of miners in Ethereum. The next proposal brought about by the Ethereum developers was to hard fork the entire system. What is this? This is like hitting the reset button and making the entire block invalid and bringing it to the initial stage. Though this seemed like the only option available, many people in the community didn't like this option, as it would reduce the value of Ethereum to a very minimal extent. But the developers of Ethereum anyway went ahead and reset the whole Ether. John wishes to find the damages caused due to the fiasco. He finds that the value of Ether has dropped down drastically due to this hack. The trust between the miners has also diminished because they are not confident that Ethereum will not be hacked again. And also a fight has arisen between two groups within Ethereum, and Ethereum is split into Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. John then dives into the hack. He feels like Ethereum is like Robin Hood, stealing from someone and giving to someone else. Also, he has an issue with codifying ethics. Is it possible to make the computer a judge? Another major restriction is the jurisdiction. If the hacker is caught, which seems impossible nowadays, will he be tried under Swiss law or under the country in which he is? John has a set of recommendations for Ethereum. He feels that if Ethereum is going to hard fork every time a hack is involved, it should be made known to the investors so that they will be prepared in advance. He also wants Ethereum to bring forward a statement saying computer codes are fallible because they are designed by human beings and human beings could make mistakes anytime in the code.
Created using Powtoon.